All right, so I just want to start off by saying that I've made a very regrettable decision with the beard. I cut it off, not my best choice. I don't like how my face looks, and I plan fully on growing it back. But I wanted to create this video basically to explain where things are at with the business and life and everything in general, and what my plans are, just to kind of document in like a more formalized way. Because actually, I'll throw a quick value point in here, which is walking has genuinely been one of the most like life-changing things. I was gonna say business changing or business improving, but genuinely life-changing. The stress reduction, the relaxation, the which improves your sleep, which improves your muscle growth, which improves your clarity of your life. Like just when you go through a walk and you think through your problems, think through everything that's going on in your life, and let your brain actually just think for a minute, you stop like ruminating on thoughts. You don't have this like head filled with different noise constantly. You're actually just present more. Highly, highly recommend. But other than that, essentially just to give an update with the business, I have a sales guy who I've hired on. I realized I had a bottleneck of him booking up appointments. So on a walk, that's when I realized that. And on the walk, I also realized how to actually solve that problem. So I created more messaging to send out, like different bits of messaging to actually get my target audience to engage with me. How to get more leads, how to get like more of my target audience to message. So bigger niche or bigger group of people to target. More and different kinds of messaging. Honestly, just a variety of messaging made us work better. Because if people already seen the old messaging, sending new ones, it's definitely going to work better than the old ones. And just doing more volume. I was scared to just send more messages out, send more emails out, send more anything out. Just do more. And it was actually super easy to do. I literally all to do was just like click a button. And I just didn't do it. So made some improvements. It says I had 4 calls today, is 5 calls the next day, is 4 calls a day after that, which is just bare minimum standards. Now I've just reset my standards again. And with these kind of things in place, I should be closing minimum, bare minimum, 2 to 3 deals a week, which should be between 6 and 9K per week. This should result in basically what between like 24 to I don't know, to be honest, 24 was I think 36 or something or whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. It's 1 in the morning. I don't need to have all my brain working perfectly. But that was one big problem. I've solved now. Cool. Next biggest bottleneck is my show up rate or slash like quality of the calls from my clients that I'm generating. Now, I know ways I can fix this. I think I change out messaging that I'm sending out. Maybe get less bookings. I actually think I'm going to get more bookings with this new messaging I'm going to try. And with the new messaging, it's more direct. So people actually know what they're going into the meeting for. And because they know what they're going into the meeting for, they understand the value of it better. So they're more likely to engage, etc. It's just better. So that's kind of the bottleneck which I'm going to be solving after this. But other than that, even with the bottleneck on the back end, I can still scale this. Like there's no reason why I can't scale this. I mean, it's a bottleneck. It's always just some next bottleneck, right? But this is a super scalable bottleneck, and I think I've also got into the mindset of that I need to solve all the bottlenecks before I can scale it. So I've just been gotten like this bad kind of mindset of it because it's going to give you some background. I spent the last year struggling with, honestly, a bottleneck I can't scale, which was the fact that my service delivery was trash. My service delivery was trash. I didn't know how to fix it. There was no one else in my niche. It was literally just me struggling with my service delivery non-stop. And I finally figured it out a couple months ago. I am improving. I actually made huge improvements to the system, the operations of it. I don't need any VAs, any appointment setters, anything like that. Ideally, I have some sort of operations manager who just takes care of everything for me. But I've genuinely, I have my service delivery is good now. It's perfectly good. People are making money from it. Like it's just good. The clients are happy with it for a large extent. Obviously, it can be improved. Clients be happier if it improved, but you can only do so much. Um, yeah, and if I go kind of back onto kind of main, let's say, mindset shifts, where I think actually very important is that with the bottlenecks, even with a life, kind of you have your bottleneck here. Actually, I'll give you a very good one. I'll give you such a good one that you can apply for yourself right now. You may have a bottleneck in your life, which I would call the money bottleneck. This is one of the most like overused bottlenecks ever. And what I actually mean by this is that people go, once I make a certain amount of money, once I did XYZ with money, or even with time, but with money, then I'll start training, and then I'll sign up for that boxing gym. Then that's when I'll sign up for the gym. That's when I will basically start living life. It's like a precondition to living life. I think it's actually almost embarrassing. Like if you could literally listen back to yourself 20 years like in the future, 20 years in the future, listen back to yourself now, hear yourself say, I'm not going to learn how to fight because I don't have money for the boxing lessons or something, right? Boxing lessons don't cost much. Also, you can watch YouTube and you can go to a gym where there has a boxing bag or whatever. You can make it such a low kind of cost to do, or just in your room in your place you live, just punch in the air, to watch a YouTube video, whatever. There's so much you can do, and the fact that you're putting all these conditions on the fact that why you can't do it, you're literally telling yourself constantly, I can't do this because I can't do this because it's like, in what world is that productive in any manner? It's like, wouldn't it be better to delusionally believe that you can do whatever the fuck you want at any point? Would it not at least be slightly better? So I think I think it's one massive thing. And another kind of massive thing I've realized recently is also things don't need to take time. Fuck being patient. Why do I need to be patient? They're literally, I know if a 16-year-old kid is making like 200K a month, why do I need to be patient when I can just do things faster? Let's say, for example, just kind of like a simple math exercise. Let's say I'm sending 100 messages, 100 like DMs a day, right? And that's going to be one book call a day. So that's 5 book calls a week. And the 5 book calls, let's say I close 1 in 10. Or like 1 in 10 of book calls end up becoming a closed deal for easy math purposes. That means I close a deal once every 2 weeks. That's 2 deals a month. Let's say that's 5K a month, just for again easy math. 5K a month this month, 5K a month next month, 5K a month after. Why don't I just book 10 calls a day? Just send 10 times as many DMs, get 10 calls a day, close a deal a day. Then instead of having 2 deals a month, I have 20 deals a month or 23 deals a month, whatever, whatever month, how many days you actually have working days, whatever. What's stopping me from doing that? Genuine question. What is stopping me from doing that? Even now, I can just do more. What's stopping me from doing that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And if you just keep putting yourself through the same thing, I think these one of the things that you need to be reminded more than you need to be taught is what's stopping you from just doing more. It doesn't necessarily even need to be more work physically in your end, like more time or even energy. Like you, for a lot of these things, you kind of just press a button and it just works. So genuinely, what's stopping you from doing more? You can apply this thing to any part of your life. Is okay. Why are you not just exercising more? Why not? Oh, I don't have time. But you can reverse that. Okay, if gym actually provides you some sort of level of stress reduction, it actually makes you feel better because it releases positive hormones and stuff. It also brings up your adrenaline and whatnot as well. It can make you more alert and focused. You could use gym as a tool, which is what I do. Use it as a tool. So when I become slower, like more foggy, let's say my thoughts, and I can't work as hard, I go, okay, cool, let me go gym. Hour, like hour and 50 minutes at most, I'm back at the house. Hit a good gym session. So my health is way better from that. First of all, again, with health, I won't even go into that, but health really is going to improve your productivity and focus. But just that it resets in your day. Now, my mental health's better. I get more work output done, etc., etc., etc. It's like you don't not just not have time. You just aren't doing it because you're a pussy. At the end of the day, you're just a pussy, and that's the only thing. Like it's literally you can just do it. And this whole mindset of I don't have enough time is making it so you will set rules in your life that make it so that you don't have enough time. Like if you also just say that whatever this goal you're trying to achieve is just too difficult to achieve. Like, what's very hard. It's a very hard goal to achieve. Like, oh, I'm 120 kilograms. For me to get down to a 90, it's difficult. People see online it's difficult. People struggle with it, so it must be hard. I refuse. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that I will ever be overweight, for that example, because I refuse that it will ever be difficult for me to lose weight, and I refuse that in fact that I'll even get to that weight in the first place. But I know I have absolute utter control over my body, that if I was at any points, even when I've been too light, too heavy, whatever, I can get to where I want to be very easily because I am already at the stage of winning. Like I'm already at the stage of being at the kind of level of fit physically that I want to be at. Yeah, I've struggled at points to bulk up, right? Whatever. But I know for a fact that if I put my mind to it, I can do it. So, but the reason why is because at these points where I start doing it is I believe I'm already there. I had this benchmark that I weigh 86 kilograms. When I went to South Africa, I ended up losing a bit of weight and I got up down to like 83, 82. And I was like, wait a second, I'm not this weight. I'm 86. Within weeks, I think it was maybe 2.5 weeks, I was really 86 kilograms when I got back. 2.5 weeks. And I'm really back to my standard. And then I got stuck at the standard. And I was like, actually, no, I'm gonna go up more than that. 88. Now I'm stuck at 88 because that's my standard. But it's because I don't actually want to do more than that. Why would I want to gain more weight? Right? Because I don't want to. Now, you can have the standard and you can physically and consciously set the standard for anything in your life. It's literally your choice. It's all up to you. So if my standard now becomes the business, that I make at least 50 grand a month, how do I do that? What's the math behind it? How can I consistently do that? It's as simple as that. Genuinely, it's as simple as that. If it's your grades in school, if it's your health, if it's your calories, whatever it is, ideally put the inputs, right? Because you don't want kind of lagging indicators to really dictate your life. You want the inputs to be the dictator, and then of like how you perceive your progress, and then the outcomes. Okay, you can obviously adjust the inputs to make the outcomes with what you want. Um, but if I'm doing the exact actions every day, I'm eating how am I supposed to do, I'm exercising hard as well, with proper technique, all that kind of stuff, and training volume, whatever, it's unrealistic that I fail. So this is something you need to again be reminded more than you need to be taught is you don't need to be patient. What do you need to do, objectively speaking, what do you need to do? And why don't you just do it in a way shorter time horizon? Why does it need to take 3 months to do? Why don't you do it this week? Genuinely, what stopping you from doing this week? And if you had to do this week, if you were forced to, how would you do it? A lot of the times, you don't even need to get it done in 3 months. It can literally be done in a week. Like instead of doing 3 months worth of outreach, in 3 months you can do it all within 1 week and get all the results within 1 week. Um, but yeah, hopefully it's helped. Hopefully it's valuable for you. These are things I'm thinking about right now with the business and with my life and kind of just different mindsets and stuff. So I hope it was valuable. And yeah, if this was and you think this is something actually valuable for you, I'm not trying to sell you a course. I'm not one of those guys. But subscribe. I will give you as much value as I can, free of charge. And if it's valuable and you find it useful, sick. If not, screw you. So, yeah, have a good day. Bye.